Hello, we're group 13 and we chose to do our operational audit on train HVAC. And today we have five presenters. I'm Shanna Atkins. We have Molly Bible, Robert Cook, Logan Lawson, and Chris Lett. I think Molly's going to kick us off with the first section.
So in our company overview, my name's Molly Bible, and I did our company overview. Trane is the leading global provider of indoor comfort solution and services with a legacy that dates back centuries. Trane Technology is headquartered in Ireland and is a global climate innovator and the parent company of Trane's residential and commercial HVAC division. Trane's residential HVAC division includes air conditioning, heat pumps, thermostats, which are primarily manufactured in Texas and Georgia. The company began as a family-owned business in Wisconsin in 1885. It was specifically a plumbing company back then. And Trane in 1913, Trane Company developed the first heating system, and by 1931, it had expanded into air conditioning with the launch of its first cooling system. Trane has grown into a global leader in the climate and control. Trane is known for its commitment in energy efficiency, environmental responsibilities, and innovation. The company's mission is to reduce the energy intensity of the world by developing high-performance, energy-efficient HVAC systems for residential and commercial industrial applications. Its operation in over 100 countries and maintains manufacturing R&D centers across North America, Europe, Asia, and Latin America. One of Trane's most innovation residential HVAC products, which is what we chose, is the EV20i True Comfort Variable Air Conditioning System. This unit is part of Trane's premier product line. If we can go to the next slide. Sorry about that. Okay, so the Trane is part of Trane's premier product line and is designed to deliver um, precision comfort, quiet operations, and exponential energy efficiency. The XV20i features Trane's True Comfort variable speed technology. This allows the compressor to adjust its speed in small increments to maintain a consistent indoor temperature. This contrasts with traditional signal stage systems, which operate either at a full capacity or not at all. The result is more stable temperatures, reduced humidity, and lower energy consumption. The unit has a seasonal energy efficiency ratio, EER rating of up to 22, placing it among the most energy efficient air conditioners available on the market. The high SEER rating means significant energy savings over time, particularly in hot climates where cooling needs are too high. In addition, its efficiency is also built for durability. It features climate, climb stuff, composer, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, and a spin fin coil, both exclusive to Trane. The components contribute to the unit's long lifespan and reliability. The air conditioner is compatible with Trane's Comfort Link 2 communicating technology, which allows for a seamless integration with the thermostat of the home automation system for improved user control. Trane's long-standing reputation in the HVAC industry is built on a foundation of innovation in energy efficiency and customer satisfaction. The XV20i True Comfort Variable Speed Air Conditioning amplifies the company's commitment to cutting-edge technology and stability in comfort solutions by offering precise temperatures control and superior energy performance. Trane continues to lead the way in residential HVAC excellence and greatness. I'm going to turn this over to Robert.
Hello, so my name is Robert. I'm going to go through the supply chain network. So Train has a global manufacturing footprint, and it operates in 36 facilities worldwide. Majority of those facilities are located in the United States, a few in Canada, one in Mexico, and then there's one in Saudi Arabia, and their main headquarters is in Ireland. Their flagship product assembly, the XB20i True Comfort. It's manufactured here in the United States down in Tyler, Texas. It's one of their most innovative and largest facilities. Um, the way that Train operates they have their 36 uh, manufacturing facilities and assembly stations, and then they send those products out to over 200 distribution centers throughout the entire nation. Um, from there, they're dealer-only sales model. So a consumer cannot buy this directly from Train. They have to go through an authorized dealer to purchase this product. Um, and those dealers, they get them from the distribution centers, which come from the manufacturing plants. So they use digital and automated systems to track their logistics. These planning software, real-time tracking and forecasting, and enhance efficiency. Um, so when a authorized dealer is looking to make a purchase to install a system at a customer's home, they can see real time what they have in their distribution center that is local to them. They could also see what is in the surrounding area, and then they have their inside sales representatives that can pull from further and further and actually track when products are going to be shipped from their manufacturing facilities. So there is some seasonal logistic pressure during the up-tempo season. So the summer and the winter, there's a very high demand for HVAC systems, and the XV20 systems are there's a big strain on that logistics chain because they are very high efficient systems. There's not a lot of those that get made in a timely manner, and they're only made in Tyler, Texas. So when the demand is high, customers could be waiting a week or more for those systems to be at their distribution centers ready for pickup by the authorized dealers. Some sustainability integration. Their supply chain is aligned with goals to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Train is also working on a net zero um, for carbon, and that's what they do when they have their supplying partners are trying to achieve zero carbon on steel manufacturing. Here we have the supply chain network, the raw materials and direct supplies. They come in. I could not pinpoint exact suppliers in their chain. There's a few for steel that are US steel, and then they have some direct suppliers for parts that they don't manufacture at home. So things like capacitors, processing boards, and some other items. They do, and some fuses. They will get those from their direct supplier, bring in the raw material, and then they'll assemble everything in their manufacturing and assembly plants for the XV20 that's going to be in Tyler, Texas. So the manufacturing and assembly is in Tyler, Texas, and then there's distribution centers. Uh, they're locally known as Train Supply or Train Part Supply. Um, and there's over 200 locations. There's one right in Knoxville. There's another one in Johnson City, Greenville. There's many locations, Nashville. They're all over. And then authorized dealers are the only people authorized to purchase the XV20 from Train to provide a service of installation to customers. So those customers would buy from the authorized dealer, and that's how that chain goes. And then with the value chain, so Train on their sustainability snapshot on their website, they have their value chain and they have broken it up into three sections. You've got upstream, direct operations, and downstream. So in the upstream, they are looking their value added actions are raw material sourcing and direct suppliers. They have an emphasis on regulatory compliance, ethical sourcing, and decarbonization and product reliability, where the non-value added is the transportation of raw material to the manufacturing plants. Direct operations is their second section. The value added there is the product design and management, which ensures energy efficiency and innovation. And manufacturing is a focus on product quality, reliability, and which they provide that reliability through a 10-year parts warranty. And then downstream, their value added is sales. The dealer ensures that there's proper system selection. Authorized sellers will go out to the home and ensure that the customer is getting what they need that will accommodate their home. Their product use, customer education for proper operation. So when you buy one of these, not only will Train support you as the owner of that system, but they give support and training to the authorized dealers who will pass that knowledge on to the customer or the consumer when they purchase the system to ensure that they're getting it maintained properly, they are changing out their filters properly, and that they are allowing that system to last as long as possible. And then the final value added process is their service through ongoing support from the authorized dealers. So authorized dealers will continue to maintain, service, and repair those systems. As I said before, they have that 10-year parts warranty. So the 10-year parts warranty will allow systems to continue on long past without direct financial burden to customers. And then the final non-value added would be the transportation from from manufacturing to the end user. And then finally, here's a representation of that value chain. There's the upstream, which has the raw material sourcing, the value added, direct supplier, which is also a value added, and then transportation as non-value added. Then it goes to direct operations, which is the product design and management that adds value along with manufacturing, and then downstream, you have sales, product use, service, and then the final as the final value added in the value chain, and then the non-value added as transportation and end of life is where the product ends and the customer has to go through the cycle again. After that, I will pass this on to Logan.
Yeah, and I did operational network assessment. So, beginning with the manufacturing and certifications, Train Technologies operates multiple manufacturing facilities across North America, with major sites in the United States and Mexico. One of its most significant sites is in Monterrey, Mexico, which actually consolidates three separate HVAC production facilities into one place. So, this site serves as a benchmark for their operational excellence, not just for Train, but for the broader manufacturing sector because it holds a range of internationally recognized certifications. And some of these are such as their ISO 50001, which focuses on their energy management, the ISO 18001, which is meant for occupational health and safety, the ISO 14001, which is meant for environmental performance, and their ISO 9001, which is a widely adopted standard for things such as like the quality management systems. So it holds certifications from the U.S. Department of Energy for superior energy performance, which further validates Train's commitment to both efficiency and their sustainability. Some of the impressive initiatives that the Monterey site in particular has is the installation of the rooftop solar arrays. These arrays are expected to generate approximately about 10,000 megawatt hours of electricity per year, which in turn is meant to have a 45% reduction in energy consumption. That's not only a significant cost saving measure, but it's also a critical move towards reducing the site's carbon footprint. Also, speaking of the assembly and outsourcing, Train Technologies follows a hybrid approach to production. While core assembly processes are kept mainly in-house, especially those tied to proprietary methods or quality critical steps, the company does outsource many components to specialized suppliers. This strategy allows Train to maintain high levels of control where it matters most while also achieving scalability and cost efficiency through strategic outsourcing. And it's a smart way to ensure that the production can meet their demand without compromising on quality or innovation that they prioritize. Now moving on to the more logistic sides of things, Train relies on a strong third-party logistics partnership, often referred to as the 3PLs that we have on the next slide. And those are partners are responsible for warehousing, transportation, and multimodal distribution. Train's transportation network uses a mix of truckload and long-haul shipping, which is especially important given the geographic spread of its operations and customer base. The company also utilizes transportation management systems, which can help optimize shipping routes, manage delivery schedules, and improve overall efficiency in the supply chain. These systems are vital for reducing their cost and minimizing delays, especially in today's growing world where things are getting more complex when it comes to global logistics and the environment. And then one of the most forward-thinking aspects of Train's operations is probably its cold chain sustainability initiatives. The company has been making significant strides to decarbonize refrigerated transportation, which is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. One standout project is their Thermo King Evolve initiative, and this is an all-electric refrigerated trailer system that has been tested extensively for over 2,500 hours in partnerships with major retailers like Walmart's and Loblaws. The results from these tests indicate a strong potential for achieving zero-emission cold chain transport, which could be transformative for industries like food and pharmaceuticals, where temperature control is not negotiable. Building on this, Train is also working on stuff with the range energy to integrate their e-axle technology into its fleet. This initiative system is scheduled for, I believe, fall 2024, and early projections suggest it could save a little over $20,000 per trailer annually in fuel and maintenance cost. Even more, Train plans to scale this technology across its commercial fleet by the end of 2025, further reinforcing its leadership in sustainable logistics. And to summarize this, Train has built a highly efficient, forward-looking operational network into its facilities, and is looking to set a standard in the industry overall for its products. And as I turn over to Christopher here with the operational performance.
Thank you, Logan. One of Train's most significant operational strengths lies in its innovation and in-house manufacturing capabilities, particularly in producing critical components for its high-performance residential systems like the XV20i heat pump. This model features a variable speed compressor, which is key to its efficiency, comfort, and reliability. Train's ability to manufacture these components internally allows for greater control over quality, performance, and supply chain continuity. The variable speed compressor is a standout feature of the XV20i. Unlike traditional single speed systems, as Molly had stated, this compressor adjusts its speed based on the heating or cooling demand of the home. It can operate at just 25 to 30% of its maximum capacity, allowing it to run for longer periods at lower power levels. This results in reduced energy consumption, quieter operation, and less wear and tear over time. Longer, slower operation also minimizes short cycling, frequent start-stop behavior that can shorten equipment lifespan and helps maintain consistent indoor humidity, improving overall comfort. Reducing the number of power cycles also benefits the longevity of the compressor, as electrical components, much like light bulbs, are most vulnerable at startup. To keep rising demand for its variable speed compressors, to meet rising demand for its variable speed compressors, Trane has partnered with Mitsubishi to retrofit a former automotive parts manufacturing plant into a dedicated compressor production facility. The facility is expected to produce up to 1 million compressors annually, significantly boosting Trane's production capacity and reducing its reliance on third-party suppliers. In addition to compressor production, Trane also manufactures its own aluminum condenser and evaporator cools. Through partnerships with suppliers, the company sources aluminum that contains up to 80% recycled content, demonstrating a strong commitment to its sustainability. Furthermore, Trane requires all suppliers to comply with its supplier handbook, which ensures consistent quality and responsible sourcing practices throughout the supply chain. Trane is also actively working towards its long-term goal of becoming carbon neutral by 2050. This includes reducing the carbon footprint of materials procured from suppliers and transitioning away from natural gas-powered manufacturing equipment in favor of electrical powered alternatives. These efforts reflect Trane's broader strategy to improve the environment impact of its products and operations. Despite these strengths, Trane faces notable supply chain challenges. One major issue is the ongoing global shortage of semiconductors, which are essential to the electronic control systems and variable speed compressors. The shortage, exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic, continues to affect multiple industries, including HVAC. However, there is promising news that the United States is expected to triple its domestic semiconductor manufacturing capacity by 2030. This expansion should help alleviate supply bottlenecks and reduce vulnerability to international trade disruptions. Another emerging supply chain challenge involves the transition to the new low global warming potential refrigerant R454B. While the refrigerant represents a key step forward in environmental responsibility, distribution has been delayed due to a shortage of the specialized valves required for the refrigerant storage cylinders. Without these valves, the cylinders cannot be safely filled and transported. To address the issue in the short term, Trane is compensating by increasing the standard refrigerant charge in its new HVAC units. This allows units to still be installed under the right field conditions, even in the absence of supplemental refrigerant cylinders. In summary, Trane Technologies demonstrates a strong operational foundation built on innovation, vertical integration, and environmental leadership. While supply chain issues such as the semiconductor and refrigerant cylinder valve shortages present short-term challenges, Trane's proactive strategies, partnerships, and investments position the company to adapt and thrive in a rapidly evolving residential HVAC market. And I will hand this off to Sean.
So here are our recommendations for operational improvement for Trane. To support Trane's operational goals, we're recommending a phased approach that focuses on improving efficiency and long-term resilience across the supply chain. We've identified 3 core strategies to drive these improvements. First, we have a short-term machine learning forecasting strategy, and then the second strategy is a midterm strategy that includes digitized scheduling and visibility. And the third strategy is a more long-term strategy that includes nearshoring key components. So first, in the short term, we're recommending implementing machine learning forecasting. The objective here is to improve demand accuracy and better align production with real-time market needs. By integrating AI forecasting models into daily operations and leveraging real-time data like sales trends and weather patterns, Train can respond more precisely to customer demand. The expected impact is significant, up to a 50% reduction in forecasting error and a 20 to 30% drop in inventory carrying costs. Automating scheduling through these tools can also boost production efficiency. This strategy can be rolled out within 6 to 12 months using current infrastructure and software enhancements. The next strategy is the midterm initiative. So for this, we've proposed adopting a digitized scheduling system that includes end-to-end visibility tools. This strategy aims to streamline production planning and provide real-time insights across the supply chain. By deploying digital scheduling platforms and visibility solutions, Train can better manage inventory, monitor supplier performance, and address disruptions proactively. Companies that have taken this approach have seen a 20 to 30% improvement in scheduling, accuracy, and delivery reliability. The timeline for this implementation project would be approximately 12 to 18 months, depending on specific facility readiness and various integration requirements. And lastly, our long-term strategy. For this one, we're recommending nearshoring critical components, such as compressors and other electronic parts. The goal here is to reduce reliance on overseas suppliers and to build a more resilient and sustainable supply chain. Relocating component manufacturing to the US or Mexico would shorten lead times, enhance responsiveness, and also reduce exposure to global interruptions. Nearshoring can cut lead times by up to 40%. And this strategy would require about 18 to 36-month timeline, which would include a sourcing strategy development, supplier negotiations, and then facility investments. Together, these three strategies offer a comprehensive roadmap to strengthen Train's supply chain and position the company for long-term operational success. Thank you for listening to our presentation today, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to one of us.